Today we're going to take a look at Paladins of the West Kingdom, which is a heavy game, weight-wise. Let's see, this game plays 1 to 4 players, ages 12 and up. And it's a 90 to 120 minute game. So it looks like it does take a little bit longer than Architects of the West Kingdom. This game is published by Renegade Games. Looks like we have a bunch of different types of workers, maybe. Workshops, monks, attribute markers, outposts, and jars. We have paladins, townsfolk, outsiders, more debt cards like in Architects, suspicion, taverns, walls, schemes. All right. So there's 4 player boards and then the main board. Looks like setup's a little more complicated than Architects, but they do have it displayed really nicely. Gameplay overview. Taking actions. So there's player board actions. A lot of player board actions. I had heard that a lot of the gameplay in Paladins takes place on your personal board compared to Architects, where it takes place on the main board. This explains tax and suspicion. And then endgame scoring. And I like that there's a scoring example too. That's always very helpful. The solo rules. Solo rules overview. You're playing against an AI, which I like, as long as it's not too fiddly. And then an example for that as well. And then quick reference. Really nicely laid out rule book. Just some ads for their apps. Let's see. Take a look at what we have here. All right, let's separate them by their backs first, and then we'll take a look at them. These are the smaller cards, which I like. Regular size playing cards is a little bit better, but the component quality still seems good. All right. So we have our deck cards. I think these were the ones that were maybe for the king's favor. Looks like they cause different things to happen during the game. I'm not sure what these are. It's interesting. Let's take a look here. Looks like different. I wonder if this is how you know which workers you can use that turn. Again, without reading the rulebook previously, I'm not sure. Oops. Set these aside for now. Let's open this up. This one has a nice pull tab. That worked really well. Yeah, this size card is a little bit better. These aren't quite the size of poker cards, but they're, oh, maybe they are. They seem a little bit smaller, but at least they're not as small as the other ones. Look how cool this art is, though. Love that. these. Those are more Paladins. I just love how all the different types of characters look very different from each other. You're never going to mistake one type of character for another, I don't think. These are the two parts of the main board here. Oh, the boards are really nice and thick. And here we have some tokens, which are not super thick, but they are definitely good quality. And same with the coins. And then, oh, these are heavy. Very heavy. I think this is where a lot of the weight for the box comes from. These are the individual player boards. So it looks like you have a lot of different actions going on here. And only certain worker colors are going to be able to go to the different areas, it looks like. Really cool. Looks very different than Architects, but, you know, still looks like a very solid worker placement game with a lot of variability. Before we put it all away, though, I want to look at these. So we have jar tokens here. Which are good quality wood tokens, and the numbers are very clear on them, which is nice. I don't remember the names of all these different buildings, but we have a couple different kinds of buildings. These are workers. Not sure what those are. Workers. Not going to eat that. Lots of different colored workers. And then we have these buildings as well. And these tokens, which I think were called attribute tokens, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's just take a look at one of these. We'll look at the red ones. Maybe. I'm not great at opening these baggies. All right. Oh yeah, these are cut really nice. Paint is really good on them. Seem like they're going to hold up nicely. So I'd say just like Architects, really great component quality. I love the artwork again. The boards themselves are nice and heavy. The coins and the other tokens are also nice and heavy. And even though there's some smaller cards, which I don't tend to love, they all seem like they're good quality cards. So let's see if we can make it all fit back in the box. That's always the tough part, right? Not great. Probably gonna have to fix that. But again, that's Paladins of the West Kingdom, published by Renegade Games. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe.